what do you have for us in critical thinking?
Well, since we're talking about financial pain, I'd like to give you 3 ways to deal with your own financial pain and give you examples in the economy. So the 3 ways are: you can ignore it, you can avoid it, or you can accept it, fix it, and move on. So the first way is to ignore it. And this is the ostrich defense. We've talked about this.
So do nothing?
Yeah, that's it. The ostrich defense is you bury your head in the sand and you don't do anything about it. You just completely ignore it. You keep pushing it off. Don't address it at all. Now, we did this with Social Security and Medicare for pretty much our lifetimes. We've known this is a problem, and we're ignoring it. It's a problem, but we don't talk about it. Now we're talking about it. That's a good step. But it's painful to talk about because we know it's not going to be what we'd like. So the first way is to ignore it. That's not
working too well.
That's not working too well. The second way is to just keep pushing it off or avoiding it. Now, this is what the European Union is doing with their Greek and Portugal and Ireland problem.
The kick the can down the road method.
Exactly. They're kicking the can down the road because eventually Greece will pay their bills. Well,
will they?
No, they won't. They won't. It's 24% interest or whatever. They're not going to borrow money at that. That's ridiculous. So, but they keep kicking down the can down the road, hoping that the problem will go away.
A miracle will happen.
A miracle will happen. So those are the 2 ways. And the third way, and of course the way that I really like, is to accept that there's going to be financial pain, fix it, and then move on.
But that way's painful.
Yes, you're exactly right. Rip the Band-Aid off. Oh, God, no, I can't. That's painful. Okay, then sit there and go, ow, 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 ow.
Forever.
Forever. Well, not forever, but for a long, long period of time. It's far better to accept it, deal with it, and move on. In fact, if you think about it, our housing crisis, one of the things we don't want to do is have people lose their house. But until everyone that's going to lose their house actually loses their house, we're not going to hit bottom. And we've been dwindling around the bottom for a long time. But if everybody that lost their house and
flush out the market, and start building
again. At least prices could start to rise again, because we've still got all that extra inventory that people haven't lost their house. They're sitting in their house for a year. They're not going to move because they're not even paying any rent. So until that gets fleshed out, the market can't get fleshed out, and that's a problem. You got to take the pain. If you're going to see pain in the future, you might as well get it over with so you can move forward. Otherwise, you can't move forward.
That's true. Well, what's your takeaway?
Thank you. The takeaway is the only time you can actually move forward and improve things is after you deal with the reality of the financial pain. Everything else is just delaying the inevitable, which makes things worse and sometimes much, much worse. If you have financial pain, pull your head out of the sand, stop kicking the can, and fix it. You can't move forward until you do.